Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today I am here to tell you how to prepare your trip to Dubai step by step. We have put together a manual that will teach you to plan from start to finish your trip with the best tips, the point of attention because it's a different place, there are several things and details that we have to pay attention, how to get the services, how to hire the cheapest sites, and how to save a lot on everything. So these are going to be very quick tips, useful and not boring, guys. So enjoy the video, don't forget to give us that like because it's very important, subscribe to the channel because this helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, Dubai was one of the cities that I honestly liked the most in the whole world. Of all the places I knew, Dubai I went with low expectations, being very honest, but I ended up being very surprised and it became one of my favorite destinations, because I had the impression that everything was too glamorous, too chic, too expensive, and I would be a little uncomfortable. At least I don't like places that are so refined, so exuberant, but I ended up feeling super comfortable there. They treat you super well. It's a city that welcomes you even with all the cultural differences and the things that are very nice and not expensive that we have this impression. So I liked it too much and we decided to make this video to help you assemble step by step, because unlike other cities in the world that are more similar, Paris, Orlando, Miami, New York, Lisbon, things are really very similar. Now Dubai is very different. There are several things that we have to pay attention to when planning our trip, so I'm going to talk about it in a very quick way because there is a lot, but it's a practical guide with the best and the main tips for you to plan your whole trip to Dubai. You can't miss these tips. It's going to help you a lot during your trip. First thing that everybody asks, do you need a visa to go to Dubai? No, you just need to have a valid passport. The passport is super easy and quiet to get. In the past you needed a visa. It was a very easy visa to get. It was online, but today you don't even need it. You can enter Dubai with just your passport. This is also true for Abu Dhabi. It's kind of like in general in the Emirates, so you just need your passport to enter. Another tip also, how many days to stay in Dubai? A lot of people have this doubt and it varies. Dubai has people that sometimes make the bridge to Maldives and end up staying only 2 or 3 days. It's a very big city, not in the sense of size because it's not that big. It was built in the middle of the desert and this is very nice, but it's a big city in the sense that it has a lot of attractions, a lot of things to do, malls, restaurants, sites. So I think, in my very honest opinion, from what we saw there, if you stay more than 8 days, it's not so worthwhile. There are not so many good things to do, but also staying less than 4 days, I don't think it's worth it. The idea would be to stay between 6 and 8 days. It's a very good time to get to know everything, but of course it depends on each person. It varies a lot. There's no way to choose people's possibilities. You have to see what your itinerary is, what you want to see, but you can't stay less than 3 or 4 days because it's a city that has a lot of nice things to see, and of course you want to see everything, right? So 4 to 8 days, I think it's the ideal for you to enjoy the whole city, get to know and get the best of the place. Another very nice thing, when they are going to set up the trip, people wonder how many days I'll stay in Dubai, is it worth going to Abu Dhabi? This was one of the main doubts. One cool thing, Abu Dhabi is very nice, but there are not so many things to do as in Dubai. If you have time, try to stay there for 3 days because it's a little different from Dubai. It's more Arabic. Dubai is a little more international, a place a little more like United States in some places, but Abu Dhabi is a little more their culture. But if you also don't want or don't have time to stay in Abu Dhabi, you can stay more days in Dubai and do the very nice round trip to Abu Dhabi, which you end up getting to know a lot there. So you end up focusing your trip in Dubai and also get to know Abu Dhabi. Go to the Mezquita, which is one of the biggest and most important in the world. It's a really beautiful place. There's the Ferrari Park, so you can make this move to not be so in doubt. There is a very good company that does this tour living from Dubai. It's a sensational agency. They know everything there. We have a very good partnership with them. They do this tour round trip. If you want, we will leave the contact information below here in the video description, but it's a way for you to better distribute your days. You can see which is best for you if you want to stay there, or if you just want to do the round trip, you can see this agency and see what is best for you to do. Another important thing when preparing your trip is choosing the season of the year. If you're going to travel in high season or low season. In Dubai, it's the opposite of Europe. In the United States, the high season is in summer, August, June, and July. In Dubai, it's the opposite because summer is very hot. The average temperature is 43, 44 degrees. The average, imagine the maximum. So it's a little stressing. People don't like going there in the summer, in the high summer, in the peak of the summer. So the high season everyone goes there is winter, and autumn and spring, that's very crazy and different. Because in the winter, we went there in February, it was still winter, and the average temperature in the winter was 25 degrees. We even get to 30 degrees in winter during the afternoon. So it's a different winter. Therefore, the high season is during the months of October to April, until March, April. Our tip is to go during these months, which are the months in which there are more things open because the weather is very good and it helps a lot. In the summer, it becomes hard to walk around and do things there. So you have to pay attention to the low season and the high season, and also the weather. It's very important. And to prepare your trip to Dubai, you must start with the tickets, the airplane ticket. It's a little expensive, and that's what makes the difference because there are 2 points. It's a distance place, it's further than Europe than some other places in the US. It's 14 hours of direct flight, but it's a very good direct flight. It was the best airplane we ever flown on, which is the United Arab Emirates. It's what makes all the flights to Dubai. There are many direct flights from several cities in the world. Therefore, the access is easy, taking into account the distance, but the price is a little expensive because it's a far place, and Emirates is a top company. If it's not the highest, it's one of the highest of all the airlines. It's very luxurious, the airplane is clean, impeccable, the food, the services, and there are all the flights possible. So the ticket, be prepared, has to be spent a little more. But the good news that surprised us, accommodation, food, things there, they are not so expensive. So it ended up not being that expensive. As the tickets, here are some quick tips to save money. Of course, search all the websites, the time, everything. We have a very nice website. I will leave the link here in the video description together with all the other links I will mention here so you can organize and plan your trip. These are sites that we research and use to travel because we know they always have the best prices. This site researches all flights, shows you there, and gets some very good prices and some promotional tickets. So take a look at it before, search the other sites and take a look at it. But this is the flight and it's quiet. We are concerned about the distance, and it's funny that it's 14 hours, but it goes very fast. The plane is very comfortable and spacious. It has entertainment, a TV. Clarinha returned during the return flight. She was still sleeping because it was during the night. It was easier. She slept for 10 hours. It was quiet. On the return, which was during the afternoon, she didn't sleep for a minute. She was awake for 14 hours watching TV, small films, playing, and she loved it. She didn't cry. She didn't get tired. She was 2.5 old. So if you're going with a child and you're worried about it, don't worry. The second thing you have to worry about is accommodation, where to stay. We have a video on where to stay where we explain exactly which 2 best regions are, but here I'll summarize it for you. There are 2 nice regions. We recommend any of them. We stayed half in one, half in the other to enjoy both regions of the city. We like them so much. Here below in the video description, I'll leave a little map. It's the hotel search engine we use, which is the biggest in the world. I'm sure you know it. And within it, we are able to make a custom map of this region, which is the best of all. Therefore, we leave it already. It has the best region with the best hotels, with the best reviews. Just close the map, enter the middle of your trip, and open the map again. It will show you the price of the available hotels for your trip, and this place is already close to everything. So save time, displacement, it's much easier. I'll also leave the call from the hotel where we stayed, which was sensational. It was a very nice hotel. We received the promotion and the price was very cheap, cheaper than a 3-star hotel, maximum a 4-star hotel in the United States, in Europe, and it's practically a top 5-star hotel, and the prices there are very good. So take a look to see if you can get a good price too. This hotel was outstanding, and the tip to save money on a hotel there is the advance. This goes for anywhere in the world. The logic of the tourism market, because as rooms are sold out, people will book the cheaper ones and the better ones. The hotels will raise the prices of the others, so the longer you delay, the more you will pay. So do it before. Our tip, this research engine, we like it a lot and we book through it because it has free cancellation. That's very good. So you enter now and see a good price, you guarantee it and book. If later on you want to change the neighborhood, the hotel, or cancel the trip, whatever, this helps a lot in your travel planning. It's a very good tip. So try to guarantee it as soon as possible. If you need to, you can make any changes later, but advanced booking is what will make you save a lot on accommodation in Dubai and anywhere in the world. So booking in advance with free cancellation is something that's gonna be amazing for you. It doesn't matter if you have to change the places, if you have to change the dates, or even cancel the trip. Free cancellation is something that it's gonna help you a lot to plan your trip, and also you can save a lot of money by booking the hotel in advance. Another thing when you're planning your trip, the tours and things to do. We have a video about what to do in Dubai that explains each one, but here's a quick summary. There are many attractions that you can do on your own there. The Burj Khalifa, you learned upstairs at the observatory. It's the largest building in the world. Underneath it, it has the shopping mall in the world, which is the Dubai Mall. All that, the dancing water fountains that are also there. You can do everything by yourself. You can stay there like we did in this hotel next door. You can manage very well, and the cool thing is that there are other very nice tours besides the city where you can get to know their culture. There's the gold market, that are all the attractions in Dubai, in old Dubai, which they call old Dubai. They divided the regions between old and new, which is the most modern and the oldest. There are many historical things, huge monuments, and there are some tours nearby. The desert tour, people, please do the desert tour. It was, no joke, the coolest and most enjoyable tour we did in our lives. It's a very good experience. It's less than an hour from Dubai. They pick you up at the hotel door and take you in a super quiet and comfortable car. You get to know the desert. You do a safari there, seeing the animals, the animal life. They put a turban on you. You take pictures. There's a restaurant there at night that they made in an oasis in the middle of the desert. There are little tents where you eat food that's exclusively for you. It's the greatest show. This trip for us was incredible. We were impressed. We like to remember it to this day. There's a video of this tour if you want to take a look at it later, but I'm talking about it because it's worth including. There are people who don't include these tours and include people. Please include it. This is a very good agency. We got very good partners. They know Dubai very well. They do all the tours with impeccable services. They have WhatsApp. You can talk to them and they will help you with everything in Dubai. They will give you all the support. Take a look there and you'll be able to close all the tours. There's the desert tour. There's the tour to Abu Dhabi if you want to go there and visit everything in one day. There's also the city tour that goes around Dubai. You get to know all the regions of Dubai. She takes you to all the sites, shows everything, and you will be able to enjoy everything very well assisted. So it's a differentiated service that made the difference in our trip, and that's why we highly recommend it. Take a look at her service that are very good. And there's also the transfer, a good tip for those who are arriving and are not going to rent a car and want to go to the hotel. There's a person who will be there waiting for you because it's a different country, the language is different, the culture is different, and this gave us peace of mind. We arrived at the airport and there was someone waiting for us to give us all the tips, to show us how it works and take us straight to the hotel with our bags. That was very good. We recommend it. They do all this. They make a package there. Get in touch. I'll leave it in the description of the video, everything. Enter and say that you came from Gabriel Lorenz's channel, that you will have a special service because we have a very nice relationship with them. It's a nice partnership. As I said, the link is going to be here in the description of the video. It's very good, guys. It's very worthwhile. It's very amazing. Another important thing when planning a trip is travel insurance. For those who don't know or never traveled abroad, you have to take an international travel insurance. For God's sake, don't travel without one. It's an insurance that's very cheap. It's very cheap indeed, even close to everything that it offers. It's an insurance that covers any medical expense that you have abroad, hospitalization, medical consultation, loss of luggage. It has several dozens of coverage and contingencies that can happen and are very expensive. Up entry there, hospitalization in Dubai is very expensive. It's a fortune, and the insurance is cheap. For you to have an idea, a good 10-day insurance will cost around 110 to 150 reais, which is kind of like $30 something, so it's worth it and it's very fast. We recommend the price comparator. We don't recommend any specific company because the comparator compares all the best companies and shows the best prices. It really gets unbeatable prices. We always use it and it's very fast. In 5 minutes you enter there, enter the date of your trip, the destination. It will give you the quotes. You see the best companies. We really like Assist Card, but there are several other good ones on the market. Take a look there and you already make the reservation. Consider the coverage for medical exemption and loss of luggage that are the most used. That's what you have to look at. Then you contract it and in 3 minutes you have the policy in your email and you're already traveling with it, printing it and carrying it on your cell phone. Any expense you're covered, but you don't travel without one, and that goes for anywhere in the world, not just Dubai. Please go with travel insurance. Can literally save your life and your money and save a lot. Guys, any questions you have about your trip, any questions at all, send them to us. We really love to help. If you want to make it even easier, add me on Instagram at PilotEnzy. Send me a direct and I'll answer with great pleasure. And take the opportunity to follow us. We're always traveling around the world, trying to give travel tips in a very nice way in the family routine with our little ones, which are a blast. And now we are living in Orlando, so I'm talking to you here directly from our new studio here in Orlando. So we are showing all the routines in the United States, how it works, our adaptation, the parks, Disney. So it's a very cool content. We are trying to show how the day life is here, and it's very good. And another item that people sometimes forget is the cell phone. You will need your cell phone to do everything on your trip there. Search the map, Waze, Google, information, schedules, and of course post on social networks. Everyone wants to post and show the trip and talk to people by WhatsApp. If you take your plan and activate international roaming, you get it, but it's a fortune. It's very expensive indeed. Don't do that. There's a much cheaper way that almost everybody uses, which are international prepaid cards. They are much cheaper. You buy them, use them, and that's it. It's very easy to install. They give you all the advice. You receive it in your email, the virtual chip, and when you arrive at your destination, you get off the plane, put it in. Your 4G will already be active there, so you can easily use the internet to search for everything. We loved it. It worked very well everywhere we went, even in the most distant places. In the desert, it worked. We were able to use it a little bit, so it's very good indeed. I'll leave the link below in the description of the video here. Using the cell phone in Dubai made our lives much easier, just like anywhere else in the world. So if you want everything, the link is gonna be down there, and it's very nice, guys. Having to use the internet with the best price is always good. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel, because this helps us a lot. If you're going to Dubai, comment here below the date that we like to know, so we can see which date you will travel. If you're planning to go there, if you dream of going there, it's always nice to share ideas and expectations. And be sure to watch the other videos that are videos about what to do, shopping in Dubai, where to stay in Dubai, which are very good. And then the 10 tips too. It's very good because it will help you know important tips, because the culture there is different. So check it out. It's very good. I'll leave here on the side the playlist that has all these videos for you to watch and follow everything you need to know. So that's it, guys. Thanks a lot and have a nice trip.